She's an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment. Now come on now.
Welcome to another episode of Never Date Just One Sis. It is your host, Arthur China T, Coach Erica, and we are here to learn how to roster date or date properly if it's the last thing that we do. We have been on a journey, and we're going to continue this journey by talking more about the first dates. Last week I told you about that first conversation to see if we even get to the first date. Tonight we're going to be talking about options for first dates. Sis, there's more options for dates no matter what these other people on social media be telling y'all. I hate that y'all be listening to conflicting information. Most haven't been even asked on a first date. They're telling you to demand like 5-star expensive restaurants. They haven't even asked for those. Some didn't even have a first date. They just did the opposite and ended up settling with the man for monetary gain. Me, well, I've been asked on expensive dinner dates, and I've been on moderately priced dinner first dates. And one thing remained the same. Men with only the intention of sleeping with you will make it known pretty early on. I used to get offended, like, damn, I know you're not trying me like this. But then I realized that some men are just so hurt from their past that they think sex will move them past their pain. Just listen to their conversations. They always talking about their exes in a negative light, taking no accountability. So in other words, the men who thought one date meant sex were fighting to get over their exes who easily moved on, thereby leaving these men with no options to get sex from any woman. Some of these men had nobody lined up. So with that being said, that leaves them wanting every woman, and they will stop at nothing to achieve it, even if it wasn't me. So that's why I'm no longer offended. But I had to find a route to get around that. So how did I get around it? I ended all those first dinner dates as options, and I went towards the alternatives. So now I'm going to tell you, sis, stop doing dinner dates as a first meetup. Too many expectations from the man's end, and sometimes y'all don't be on it, but y'all don't understand what's going on behind it. So sis, let's be real. Dinner dates as a first date, first of all, that's played out, honestly. And it's a setup for some of the foolishness. Not only are they expensive, but some men out here really feel like a $200 meal means that you owe them something. And too many women are falling in the trap every time, feeling pressured, giving it up too soon, and before you know it, she's getting ghosted. That's not what we're doing from here on out, sis. We got to change up the game and get back to things that actually matter to us. So instead, let's switch it up and put ourselves in positions where we can actually see a man for who he is without the distraction of fancy plates and overpriced drinks. Now, let's talk about some better first date options that'll keep you in control. So instead of sitting across from a man at a candlelit date table trying to impress him, go for a date that keeps things light, fun, and most importantly, non-transactional. So here are some solid options. First and foremost, coffee or a juice bar meetup. There's no pressure. There's no crazy bill. It's all vibes and conversation. You're going to be able to enjoy whatever you like, coffee, tea, if it's cold pressed juice, and you're going to be able to have a conversation and do the main thing of observing body language. As you're asking the question, the vetting questions, the questions that you need to see if this person is aligned with you, you want to be looking at their posture. If they do any subtle hand movements, if they anything, you want to also be tuned into if they keep picking up their phone and looking at their screen. All of these things will play out when you are at a no pressure coffee, juice bar, tea meetup date. So get that out of your mind if you're thinking that's not an option. Another option is park walks or botanical gardens. Girl, there's nothing that exposes a man's energy like nature and fresh air. You're about to be able to see exactly who he is. If he even likes being outside, it may be things that you want to learn from him, things that you want to teach him on this botanical garden walk, or something that you want to discuss on this park walk. Again, no pressure, no bill, no expectation afterwards, just good conversation, and gives you the chance to look at his body language to see if he's telling you anything that's a lie or if he's too engaged in whatever he has going on with his phone. Something else that stands out are art gallery or museum dates. If he can't hold an interesting conversation, you about to learn about it really quick, sis. Going to art galleries or museums opens up your conversation spectrum. But just understand, a date that includes an art gallery or museum should help you strike up conversation pieces. And in these conversations, you still should be asking your vetting questions. Let's also look at outdoor markets or festivals. Chill, fun, and no awkward who's paying for what moments. Many of these festival or outdoor markets are free for you to walk through. Some of them will contain food or other goodies. This is going to be a great way for you to look at his attention level. So pay attention at these outdoor markets or festivals. There's also an option for mini golf or arcade dates. Bring out the competitive side and see if he knows how to have fun. There's nothing like mini golf. There's nothing like riding the go-karts. There's nothing like going to a theme park. There's nothing like fun. So see how fun he is. See how competitive he is. Go bowling. See who wins those games. Right now, you just want to have some casual fun. So keep it light, keep it fresh, competitive, and fun. Another option that I like because I'm an author is bookstore browsing. You want to look at the body language, see if he's too engaged in his phone. Dates like these set the tone that you're here to connect, not audition to be his wife after an expensive lobster dinner. No. But aside from these different date options, you want to make sure that you're asking the right questions, sis. Vetting is key. You're not going to be able to get to the second date if you don't vet him a little bit on this first date to see if he's even worthy of taking you any more dates. First date should be about one thing: figuring out if this man is even worth your time. And if you're abstinent, fasting from sex, any toxic energy you're getting out of your life, or just tired of low effort men in general, vetting questions like these will save you from wasting your glow up on the wrong man. So let's jump into it. Number 1, ask him, what's your take on intentional dating? That's going to let you see if he's out here to build or just looking for somebody to fill his bed. It shouldn't be hard to figure that out. Number 2, what are your non-negotiables in a relationship? Listen to his list of non-negotiables. If it's full of any toxic things, nonsense, sis, get out of there. Number 3, how do you handle conflict? I told y'all this is a version of a man that you need to see. A man who avoids accountability is a walking headache. Number 4, what does self-discipline mean to you? If you're abstinent from sex, if you're fasting from food, you need to know if he has control over himself. Number 5, what's a lesson from your last relationship that you actually learned and applied? This is going to see if he is going to be accountable for the things that he did do, didn't do, what he could have done better, and if he's going to apply that to his next relationship. Another question that would be good to ask is, what's your perspective on gender roles in a relationship? His answer will tell you if he values what you bring to the table or just wants a maid and a chef. Remember I told you about those who want a wife versus those who want to be a husband? Asking these type of questions early saves you time, energy, and heartbreak, sis. If his answers aren't aligning with you, there's no need for you to even plan a second date. Wish him well. The biggest thing here is first date should be no more than 2 hours, sis. First dates are a preview. They are not the whole movie, okay? So keep it cute and keep it short. 90 minutes to a 2-hour max. Nothing to go over. You want to leave out of these dates either with, number 1, a solid reason to see him again and an actual plan for a second date if he's aligned with where you're trying to go, or a clear understanding that maybe y'all should just be cool and nothing more. Because thou shalt not cut off anybody that serves better as a homeboy than a lover. Remember your roster dating commandments. Dragging a first date out too long can lead to emotional overinvestment, and we just don't have time for that. If it's a vibe, he'll want to see you again, and if not, no love lost, no time wasted, might be a great homeboy. So now, sis, we are not out here trading time, energy, or our bodies for a meal. If you feel compelled to do that, get out of there. You are the prize, so you have to move accordingly. Ditch the expensive first date setups. Make sure you ask the right questions and stay in control of your roster dating journey. If a man is truly interested in you, he won't need steak and lobster to get to know you. He'll just need you, your presence, and a genuine connection. So you want to make sure that you're at the top of your game, but not expecting too much, because you don't want to be the person who puts out too soon and gets ghosted even faster. Tune in to Wednesday for another episode of Clean Your Dating Habits Up. I'll see you then.